Once upon a time, I was told the story of a small samurai who traveled to a far-off island to defeat demons and ogres. I came to America with that same dream.
Hey everyone, we are here at Asians on Film. Exciting weekend, right? It's like the kickoff of the film festival. Introduce yourself.
My name is Tashima. I'm an actor and director, and I'm in Lil Tokyo Reporter, showing here this weekend.
So people are going to be seeing it this weekend. Tell people a little bit about the film and then your character in the film.
Yeah, Lil Tokyo Reporter is a narrative short film produced with the Lil Tokyo Historical Society. It's about a real-life figure, Sei Fujii, who I portray, who was a very early civil rights pioneer and newspaper publisher. And he runs into some opposition in the 30s. It's a period piece taking place in old Little Tokyo.
Where was it filmed and how did you get the look? Because obviously, you know, if it's a period piece, you have to make sure the costumes are right, the background's right. Where'd you guys film? And tell me a little bit about how you got the look of the film.
Yeah, a very important thing with period pieces, because if that doesn't work, it's kind of hard to bring your audience into the story. We had some really great people involved. Production designer Nico Villavongs and our cinematographer Rio Rex, who actually is nominated here for cinematography for a short film. It was shot partially around Little Tokyo and other parts of downtown LA, and then in an old warehouse around Santa Fe Street, around the tracks downtown, and then actually a lot of CG magic work to kind of fill in some of old Los Angeles.
What do you hope that the people that come to the film festival this weekend, what do you hope they get out of the film? I mean, is it something that you want them to learn, just enjoy themselves? What's kind of like your goal that they get out of seeing the film?
Yeah, I hope they just learn about Sei Fujii. When Jeffrey G. Chin approached me about this film, he's the writer-director, I did not know about Fujii, and I feel like have some knowledge about Japanese American history, yet I had no idea who he was, and once I started reading and finding out of the many things that he did, chiefly in California, was overturning the alien land law, which prohibited Japanese immigrants from owning land. So and that was just one of many things he did. So hopefully people will just be curious about him, because of course in 30 minutes you can't tell too much history. Yeah. The main thing is just to kind of, I think, hopefully draw the audience into this character and a little bit of history that you might not know otherwise.
Why was it important to have the film in this film festival? What did you see in Asians on Film that you thought, like, we got to show this film?
Oh, well, it's, okay, so this is in I think it's the second year, but, yeah. This has kind of become the place to be in Southern California. It's so open to just a broad spectrum of works, because as we know, we're not all just one community or one culture, and we also have a lot of great filmmakers and actors and artists. So I think the timing was just right for Asians on Film to establish this sort of as a new place to show works, because as they've proved year-round, there's just lots of great programming being made, great films. And our film has been in a number of festivals, but I looked forward to coming here because I just knew it would just be, that it's such a draw, and there'd be a lot of people around, so it's really kind of fun.
As an Oscar winner, how does that make it different as an actor? I mean, that's kind of like the pinnacle. So did it make you be more confident? Was it kind of like, okay, I reached the top, now I can kind of relax and do what I want? I mean, tell me a little bit about that, because not very many people on the planet will ever be able to say they're an Oscar winner.
It's a little bit of all those things. You can't really pinpoint it. There was a period, probably the following year, where I actually started to feel if this was kind of a curse, because all of a sudden people's eyes are on you and what you do really matters. Whereas if you're just a struggling actor, sort of an unknown, you can just go about and do roles and do the best you can and kind of grow as an artist. And suddenly people were I felt they were focusing on me maybe a little bit more, which also of course can be a good thing. Yeah. But I have to say it's still something that obviously, people always come up to me and congratulate me for that. This was 16 years ago when I won now. Yeah. And, it's still something people love to ask about and talk about, and I'm just honored, that we won. I'm honored that the film that we won, which was about Tsunei Sugihara, who was a diplomat during World War II that issued transit visas and rescued thousands of Polish Jews, that his story is still being told, and that like Lil Tokyo Reporter is just kind of generating interest in that part of history that maybe people know about Schindler, but do they know about the Japanese Schindler, or that opens up the door to other rescuers, because there were many. So it's just an honor to have that the film won.
All right, man. Well, we can't wait to see your film this weekend. It's going to be a great weekend for here at Asians on Film. And yeah, anything you're looking forward to 2014 career-wise? Or
I'm actually right in the middle of shooting a feature film called Under the Blood Red Sun in Hawaii. It's based on a young adult novel by the same name. I play Papa to a young boy who is a Japanese-American boy whose world is turned upside down on December 7th, 1941. So it's a view of Pearl Harbor, but from a local perspective, which I think people, again, people might not think about or know about, certainly. Yeah. But it's a part of the community, that survived, and in fact then contributed in large ways, like with the 442 and the MIS and other ways in World War II. So that'll be hopefully completed sometime towards the end of this year.
All right, well, that's going to be a good film and kind of open up people that might have forgot, all the young ones. They can watch the film and learn more about what happened in history. Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and we are going to enjoy Asians on Film, a whole weekend of Asian films and media. Thank you.
Thank you.
Makes the whole community look like a bunch of unkempt gangsters.